Okay, so for those who don't know, why don't you tell us who you are and what do you do?
Hi, I'm Sadie. You might know me as Hydrant Girl. I run 2 accounts, an Instagram and a TikTok called Fire Hydrants YVR, where I rate and review fire hydrants. In real life, I am a hairstylist. Last February, I started noticing that some of the fire hydrants in my best friend and business partner's neighborhood didn't have hats. I started ranting about it a lot, and then I started Googling fire hydrant anatomy and found out they always had hats, and they're called bonnets. So I started filming what I wanted to say about them and posting them on TikTok, and I kind of didn't think anyone would watch them, but here we are.
Why don't you tell me where we are right now and what we're going to review?
We are on Broughton and Georgia downtown, and I found a 2-for-1 hydrant special. We've got a red and a blue.
Okay, let's go rate them.
I feel like this guy's been living in a basement, maybe without the knowledge of the home's owners, and he's like just filthy and like leaving his trash inside the walls and just being a menace. I don't like this fire hydrant. It has a shape that I don't like, and it has very crusty paint, and it's all dirty, and fans of mine know what I call this shape of hydrant. I call these ones nipple eyes. It's really, really stupid, but when I look at them in the front, I just feel like the 2 knobs up top look like nipple eyes.
Okay, so what is your rating for this?
I said 3 out of 10 originally in my heart, but it's a 2. It's a 2 out of 10.
2 out of 10. What are your criteria when you're rating them?
It's really arbitrary, Divya. It's happening in the moment. I never plan a review. It's always whatever comes out of my mouth. But mostly I'm looking at the shape, the length of the stem. I like it when they have little details like chains or tags, or sometimes people draw on them or leave things. Paint quality. I like it when they're shiny. That's nice, when the paint's nice. And I'm always looking for different colors.
Let's rate another one with a different color.
Yeah.
So,
Sick segue.
what does this hydrant look like?
This hydrant is super exciting because it's one of the big blue boys. These are around the downtown area, and they have access to, I think, ocean water in case of emergencies, which is super cool. Look how enormous it is. It's massive. It's way bigger than your average hydrant. This is a special big blue boy. And I love,
White big.
it's so exciting to have the blue and the white because, usually in Vancouver we have red. I really like this one. I feel like this one's a simple, hearty, meat and potatoes kind of guy, but like maybe is like a football star or something, because he's a little special and bigger than everyone else. Maybe he's a basketball star, I would give this one a 7 out of 10.
What kind of response are you getting from the community with all your ratings, with all your posts?
I didn't expect anyone to care, but I'm getting a lot of response. People are reaching out all the time and saying thank you, and that these videos make their days better and it's getting them through. And I got a real fire hydrant. A city worker reached out to me and said, hey, we're gonna be down there tomorrow from this time to this time, and we're removing the hydrant and replacing it, and we really want you to come by. We're big fans. I've never felt weight like that in my life. And I mean, they trimmed it down for me too, and I couldn't lift it. I had to borrow a dolly from my mechanic. I've also been given a couple of fire hydrant statues. I had an author reach out and ask me to read his work. I've had a couple of influencers reach out. It's really strange.
Making these videos, what did you learn?
So I've learned a lot about the process of how they're made. I've learned how deep they are under the ground. They're huge. The color coding system was really interesting to learn about. I've learned the anatomy of them for the most part, even though I don't use it very much in my videos because silly words are more fun.
And what have you learned about yourself?
I've learned just to chill out a little more and take things less seriously. But I also, through this process, ended up getting assessed and diagnosed with autism because so many people asked me if I had it after I started doing this that I thought, well, I'll just check. And they called it. I think it's something that had been a conversation in my life before and people had speculated about. So many people would comment on my videos and be like, oh, I've found fire hydrant autism, or oh, yeah, you know, a new brand of autistic. And I was like, oh, people have been asking, maybe there's something to this. I love my page. I love that people reach out and want to chat. I talk to new people pretty much every day. I just love that this silly little thing is kind of pulling together a weird little community and making people's days better.